Hello, today is actually an amazing day. By the time you get this, I guess it's more like tonight than today. But effectively, it is the birthday and the day of release of the previous Rebbe. Basically, if you're a Chabad Rebbe, your part of your, I guess, street cred is that you were thrown into prison by the Soviets. And effectively, it's a great miracle. It's very sad to say, but the truth of the matter is that the people that did the most damage to the Jewish people were Jewish people. As Jewish people, many of us have this insane predilection. It's kind of a minority complex where you look at the majority and you kind of think that their society is cool, where in fact it's either cruel or it's empty, meaningless, or foolish for anybody that's actually been part of a Gentile society, secular society. But it is kind of just the way people are built to think that the bigger is better, and not to appreciate the goodness that they have within themselves. There's a beautiful story where a Gentile once came to one of the rabbis and said, it says in the Torah, Achrei Rabim Lahatais, you have to follow the majority. And the rabbi said, well, why don't you first make peace in your own home? Because he was basically saying, because idolaters are the majority, you should follow the majority. So he said, why don't you make peace in your own home and then come to us? And so the students then, they realized the rabbi was a bit of a prophet. And they said to him, like, what's going on? So he said, every day my kids come and they beat each other up, black and blue, whose idol is right, etc. So the rabbi then was asked by the students, but he did say a good point. It says in the Torah, you follow the majority. He says, yes, but that's the majority that follows the Torah. And when you have a majority of people following information that is true, then the majority matters. But if you have a majority of people that are following false information, most of human history, everything that people have believed has been false. That's a fact. And so therefore, there's no reason to think that most of modern history is not the same. The probability factor that most of what the vast majority of the world are believing today is false. The axioms, the premises, the things that they're going to live, breathe, and die with is actually not true, is close to 100%, because that's been the history that close to at least 100% of society have been following false information. So to get the right information and to do it is not a simple thing, and that takes a lot of inner courage. And that's really the story of the Lubavitch Rebbe's bringing the truth against all costs. They didn't follow any group. They were just following the truth from Hashem, and they brought that to the world. And so we have to be very grateful to the Rebbe's for doing that, because now we have the truth. Once a person is looking for the truth, and I'm just going to show you just some of the books available. These are just the books of the Rebbe. These are books from other Rebbe's. So we're seeing here, and this is just a fraction of the hundreds of books that each one of these Rebbe's brought out to share with us the truth, to give us the truth. So we say thank you to the previous Rebbe, who the Rebbe would go every day often to his graveside to pray. So he was I forgot the exact line, but just like while he was living, he was serving us. While he was in a higher world, he's just serving us. He's here to give us blessings. So it's a great opportunity. Write to Rebbe@ol.org. Send in for a blessing, and may God bring back both the Rebbe, the previous Rebbe, who will be Mashiach, and all the tzaddikim. May we be celebrating the Beit HaMikdash immediately. Thank you for watching.